featuring the biggest names and the best stories in sports. The following is a presentation of E60. Sports Matter.
Julian Edelman was born 29 years ago in a place named for the tallest living things on planet Earth, Redwood City, California. From the beginning, he aimed high.
He's always wanted to be a football player. He was practicing his autograph in the 4th grade.
Who was Julian's hero?
Deion Sanders. Jules loved him. And that's why Jules wore 21 in Pop Warner. And he wore the little wristbands and the leg bands.
Julian Edelman on the carry over the left side.
When I'd come home from work, he would make sure, Dad, it's time to go. Let's go practice.
Beginning at the age of 4, Julian was coached by his father, Frank, an auto mechanic. Like his son, Julian's father grew up wanting to be a football hero. He was just 3 when his own father died.
My father had a rough childhood where he didn't have his dad. He was in and out of homes with his mom. So he became a mechanic at 14, 15. He was too small and didn't have someone to push him. He lived that life and he didn't want me to live that life.
You have to be a man. No excuses. The world doesn't care. If you want something, you go out and earn it, and you go out and get it.
My dad was very tough on me. You know, there would be times where I'd come home from working out with him and I'd be crying when I was young and my mom would have to separate us. And, you know, it was one of those type of relationships, and he'd come in and apologize and say, oh, you know, we're just trying to get you better. You gotta be mentally tough, this, that.
Our worst sport was baseball. That's when, when I'd start hucking balls at him. He'd start popping off.
What do you mean at him?
Close to him. I had to brush him off the plate.
People would be riding their bikes by like, holy, what's going on over here? And I was the type of kid that would, look at him and say, throw it harder or something like that. And then he would throw it harder.
One time at Sequoia, he did charge the mound. He was about 14 years old. And he charged the mound, and so we were wrestling around on the mound. But this is...
I saw that. That was a scene in the Bad News Bears.
You know what? I tell you, the Bad News Edelmans, whether it was wrong or right, that's what we did.
Did you ever think it was too much?
Always. I always thought it was too much. It was something that always made me want to prove him, wrong when he was trying to test me.